be because Chelsea has spent 1.28 billion. Manchester United is also spending money. So at least we are happy that we are not spending, but we're able to compete. Does he know how much has been spent to build that Liverpool team that he's patrolling around?
We have different teams in the EPL.
Yes.
If you are asking me about signing that a player has done in a different team,
yes,
I have the opportunity, I have the leeway to compare it to other teams and say that
totally
look, that is not a big deal.
No,
that is not a big deal.
Irrelevant.
No,
because listen,
Dennis,
wait.
You've asked me a question. That is not a big deal to me. He signed this with this particular amount of money. Chelsea has done it. Chelsea have done.
What does that got to do with it?
It has everything to do with the question. Why saying you're a journalist? You've asked me a question, and I'm telling you that we've not spent that much, but we're on top of the table. Hello guys, welcome to the First Half podcast. My name is Patrick. I'm here with my brother
Dennis.
Yeah, Charlie, bro. We're back to discuss football
as usual.
And this time around, I want us to narrow in on Liverpool.
Okay.
I believe that Liverpool has not done too bad this season. We currently are still on top of the table.
Yeah,
we've been there for a while.
You won't let me forget.
No, I don't think I should let you, especially being a Chelsea fan, forget that. And I think it has been good, but we've had a few issues.
Yeah.
Of course, during our last 5 games, we have won actually about 3 of them. We've drawn 2.
Okay.
These 2 draws, for me personally, were a good one for me because we could have lost those games. However, we are having a few issues which are very delicate.
Okay.
And these are contract issues. And these are not just contract issues for just any player in the club, but these are very important figures in the club. Yeah. So we are looking at Mo Salah, we are looking at Van Dijk, and we are looking at Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Yeah.
And for me as a Liverpool fan, I just get a bit confused. Why the board or management of Liverpool would actually allow such confusions or allow so much unnecessary discussions around a contract for these important players in our club. Most of the games we've won this season, we've had Salah scoring. And in fact, the last time he even complained about the contract was from one of the games that he actually scored an important goal. So I try to struggle with that because you know what we've always said, that what happens outside the pitch has a ripple effect on what happens on the pitch.
Definitely.
So of course, if we have players who are distressed and have issues and they are discussing or they are thinking about their contract, it's going to affect their performance.
Yeah.
Of course, recently we watched the Manchester Liverpool game and we realized that because Alexander was not performing too well, he had a few issues with Van Dijk on the pitch.
Yeah, there were a couple of exchanges.
You know, and all these things feed into the performance, the narrative, you know, because at the end of the day, these players have contract issues dealing with. Then when things become a bit tensed up, it messes up, it makes, you know. So I just want your take on that because now we have Salah, Van Dijk, and Trent who have their contracts all expiring pretty soon. And as we speak now, unless of course something is going on as we speak now, but currently as we speak, we don't really have a concrete feedback on any of them saying that, okay, I finally sat down with management and the board, I've signed a contract and whatnot. I just want to get your opinion on all these things. What you think the reason might be, or how better you think they should have handled this.
Well, I mean, these are very important issues that needed to have been dealt with far long ago. But Liverpool's board are used to taking very unnecessary risks. Because if you ask me, for instance, when you were losing Klopp, it was quite an emotional period whereby most of the players were emotional, the fans were emotional. There was a coach coming in that nobody knew much of and what he will be able to do. So that would have been an opportunity for them to use that time to actually tie down all these players even before he came in. I thought even leaving the squad as it was and not adding much to it
was a huge risk.
For the new coach was a huge risk because it could have gone both ways. But because it's going well, they would think that they took the best decision and probably even think they are the smartest people in the room. So what? That's the fact. So now that we've gotten to this point, you ask yourself, has anything changed? It's the same board. Salah have come out a couple of times to complain about this. You see the frustrations very clearly because
very frustrating.
His life is quite rooted in Liverpool, and he wants to get an assurance that, hey, we are giving you a contract. You are saying, he does want to stay.
He actually wants to stay.
Van Dijk seems to want to stay.
Yeah.
But I believe that no matter who you are, when you know your value, and the person you are sacrificing yourself for doesn't see it, obviously at some point you ask yourself questions, and you may be tempted to look elsewhere. Just this week, I think a couple of days ago, we've had rumors about the Saudis expressing to Salah that they are prepared to give him a very lucrative offer, which could actually turn his head. It is the only thing that probably could keep him is that because his family is rooted in Liverpool, and probably he still feels that he has a couple of years to play at the top, he may not be willing to go. But with that said, I mean, you don't know what kind of offer, and every human being has their price. So these Saudis can come with a ridiculous amount of money that can even change a country.
Yeah.
And if it is to one man, why not? Why they've left it this long, I don't get it. Van Dijk, same. Probably one of the best defenders in the league in Europe. And you have him, and you have him at your disposal. He says, I want to stay. Why will you leave it? It's almost as if you are trying to challenge them that if they don't win the league, you are going to basically transition them out. That's basically what you're communicating. The more you leave it, you are trying to say, okay, if we win the league, I'll give them like some 1 year contract. If they don't win, then I'll let them go. Because once you leave it so open, there can be anything that comes to their mind that can make them make a decision that they will now think selfishly. They are right now, they are thinking of the team. They both want to win with Liverpool, and they are looking at what can we do. Salah have come out to say we are nowhere close to agreeing anything, which means whatever offer you brought at first didn't work out. Van Dijk, I know, turned down a contract a couple of months back. And I don't know, now the market is open, which means they are open to talk to any other team. I know Trent has said he wants to leave. At the beginning, Liverpool were saying that they were not going to allow him to leave for January, probably the end of summer. And a few offers that Real Madrid brought were not accepted. But this morning, I read that Real Madrid have now made a decision to come in fully and take him now. So basically, you can't tell me Trent is not an important part of this title challenge. And you know, once all these things are lingering in the dressing room, it's going to have a toll on the field. So leaving it this long, I think, was unnecessary, because unless you don't have the money, then why leave it?
So then I just want to try to maybe pretend to know what the board and the management is thinking. And I'll say this. I feel as though that they also feel that Salah, age-wise, I think has paid his dues. Van Dijk, also for them. And to be fair, in as much as Van Dijk is a very good player, Van Dijk has never been the same after that injury he had. Yes, even though he's been consistent, but he has never been the same. So maybe they have a plan of letting those ones go and bringing new players. Which for me is a huge risk. Why would I say that? You know, when a team is gelling so well, sometimes it's actually okay for you to let things be as it is. You might even go out there and get the best striker in the world, and he might not necessarily fit into the team as quickly as you want. So when things are going this well, I think that they should consider the sacrifices these guys have made for the team and treat them with the needed respect. In fact, you know, at a certain point after the Manchester game, I realized that there would be challenges in the team. And sometimes when these things happen, when the board and the management do this, they put a lot of pressure on the coach. So the FA game that we played against, the name of the team has escaped me. I realized that Alexander was made a captain for that particular game. And I think he even scored a goal. And I was very happy because I realized that after the Manchester United game, he was down. And when a team, you have certain key players being down, it affects the whole team. So I think this is the time that Slot, in as much as he might not have the full decision on some of these things, would have to really up his man management to see how he can put things together, whilst the management also takes the right decision for the team. Because we're in a very delicate moment. Even though we are at the top, we have a lot of teams behind us who are actually on fire now. We have Nottingham Forest on fire. Arsenal, I keep on saying, even though I don't think they'll win the league, they're actually on fire. So all it takes is for you to slip about 2 games, 3 games, then you're out of that place. So I'm just hoping that as soon as possible. I mean, I'm just wondering the kind of owners and management and board we have at Liverpool. It's quite weird. The talks in the media space.
That's the disadvantage of being a club being run by these financial fund companies. You see,
they look at things totally different.
They don't go with emotions. It's a business to them. Fair play. Everything is about business, and they don't look at players as players anymore. They look at statistics. So they don't
care about the fans too.
They don't care. To them, it's a business, and to them, okay, let's see Van Dijk. What are his numbers? Okay, can we get somebody who can replace who is younger? That's what they'll go with statistics. So the love of football that Roman Abramovich, who was in Chelsea, who could just say, okay, who is the best player? Let me go for him. He didn't care about price. He didn't care about statistics. It's about what kind of energy that person brings. Exactly. But now, these funds and companies that are running, it's boards who are sitting down, who some of them are probably even not fans of the club. And they sit down, look at just, okay, you, the IT guy, come and give us the statistics on Van Dijk. Come and give us the statistics of Salah. Okay, if we take Salah out, who can we bring in? Who can replace these goals? Exactly. So it's all about money, and it's all about business. And the passion of the game is robbed when it gets to that level.
But then that should be stopped, because you see, that's why.
But they are the ones who can afford these clubs.
But then that's very unfortunate.
Now, the amount of money we are quoting for clubs, we are talking about billions.
Billions.
So unless you guys are saved by this story, I don't know whether it's true, or Elon Musk coming in, who can look. You see, when we have one owner, it becomes an issue of pride and personal sentiments. So someone like Roman Abramovich will say, why is my Chelsea losing? I'll go in there, I'll sack the coach, bring me the best coach in the world. I remember when Pep was coming in, he actually told Pep, I'll give you a blank check to come and take over Chelsea. So it wasn't about money, it's about, it is me, Abramovich, it's my team, it's a representation of me. And that's how if it fails, I'm failing. So I have to make it work. But these fans don't look at it like that. You understand? These companies is pure business. So they are not going to see Van Dijk as a Van Dijk. They see him as a dollar sign. They see Salah as a dollar sign.
No, it's true.
And how can we make sure we profit from this as much as possible to ensure that, yes, the team will not lose, but we still made our money. But what they forget is that for a fan, the passion that they take to look, and the pride that they take to look at a Van Dijk or a Salah, you could bring in somebody who will be better,
but they'll never
take time before he wins their loyalty. And that is where they miss those two things.
Because I mean, it is something I think that they should take a very critical look at. And my other issue is, sometimes when you're a player, you're transitioning. So we can discuss Alexander going to Real Madrid. In as much as you might be in your peak in a particular team and a bigger team is coming for you, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be successful wherever you're going to. So I also think that Alexander, I don't know if he has taken his final decision. I also think that he should tread cautiously. He's a very young player. Real Madrid is a big team. I can even confidently say that Mbappe is even still trying to find his feet at Real Madrid. I don't really know yet who or which player Alexander is going to be replacing.
No, but you see,
when he gets to Real Madrid,
you can't put that solely on his doorstep. How has he been made to feel in the team? He's your academy boy. He should be the poster boy of the team. Here is the case, even a contract has not been offered yet. You understand? And his contract is running out. And
it's so
the
weird,
board is fully aware of the risks of leaving.
Yeah, and they know about the Real Madrid
fully aware. Everything. And what they don't get is that the season of Liverpool, how successful it will be, can be because of this contract. Because if at this time, all of a sudden it comes out tomorrow that all three has been offered a contract, they've all signed. Do you know how it will bolster the
euphoria?
Yeah, exactly, in the conference room. Sorry, in the boardroom, the room, because obviously the dressing room, because obviously these are one of the three important guys, and they decided to commit for us to go to war for the next 2 or 3 years.
It's going to be,
but then again, if you flip it, if these guys don't know their future and they could be out of here, you're a young player who have come to the dressing room. You look at Salah sitting there, not happy.
Yeah.
Basically saying some form of negative stuff about the club. Obviously, it's going to have an effect.
Yeah, it's going to have an effect. It's really going to have an
because he is telling you, look at the Mo Salah, after everything I've achieved here, look at how they are treating me. What makes you want to go out and kill yourself for that club? Because these are the people you are looking at as role models to come into the club.
I think that they should really set a good example with this particular matter, because
at some point, money is no object. There are certain people you have to use sentiments and say, okay, I'm giving you this lucrative offer. You understand? A Trent going to Madrid now is going to get the salary he deserves.
Yeah.
He can't always be sitting at Liverpool and say, because I love the club. Exactly, because I love the club. He may go to Madrid and be hit with some 200 to 250 a week. And that is a top player.
Top.
Of course, he's going to feel valued. Even if he doesn't feel valued, the bank says he feel valued. So definitely, I don't know why they are leaving it this long. It's quite disappointing. And I hope it's tied up soon, because I'm sure before the end of the window, we may see things. And I hope for Liverpool that over the past 2 games they've drawn, and it's not the beginning of a downward spell, because if the next game you draw or lose, I can assure you that the dressing room will never be the same again.
I know you give me that assurance. As a Chelsea fan, it is your wish. But you see, I also believe that a decision should be taken on this as soon as possible. So let's discuss this. Recently also we've had our coach Slot pass a comment on the signing. Renewing his contract.
Yes, and that Haaland's contract.
Yeah.
Okay, you see, for me, I think your coach should relax, because this is not the first time he keeps throwing such stray bullets around.
Which Slot?
Yes,
Slot should relax.
He should relax.
The Liverpool coach.
You just got asked a simple question on your opinion of Haaland's new contract.
And you said his opinion.
That was not an opinion. You come out and say, we know how good we have to be because Chelsea has spent 1.28 billion. Manchester United is also spending money. So at least we are happy that we are not spending, but we're able to compete. Does he know how much has been spent to build that Liverpool team that he's patrolling around? Liverpool's team is a little below $1 billion.
No,
dollars. Sorry. So he can't come and make it look like Liverpool didn't spend money and we are where we are.
No.
A lot of money has been spent.
You see, one thing I like about you is that normally you always say, let's say facts.
Yes,
facts. Not sentiments. Okay.
Yes.
Now, you've asked me my opinion about a new contract someone has signed.
Exactly.
And he is saying...
In Man City.
Okay. I'm a Liverpool coach.
Yes.
You're asking me about Man City.
Simple question, yes.
And what he's saying, which I don't know, the last coach you should have any issue with is the Liverpool coach. Because, because what he said was very simple. Which is, with what we have now, as against the caliber of players, one, relax. We're talking about City now. Take your time. And how much... Listen.
Okay.
And how much money City have spent.
Yes.
How much money Chelsea has spent.
What has that got to do with anything?
Why
should I be limited?
But the fact that I'm asking, why should I be limited?
You were asked a simple question about Man City.
So your issue is him bringing Chelsea in it.
No, you see, listen. No player. No coach talks in plain language. There is always some form of tactics behind whatever they say.
No, but what you said is not what you said. He was being very straightforward.
Straightforward about what?
So what? Okay, what the tactics? What the tactics he's talking about?
Liverpool's players, they didn't pay for them.
They paid for them.
That squad you have is over 900 million. That has been built over the club's time. Okay, so if you come and say we are happy that we don't have to spend and we can compete, what the players came free?
No.
What is he talking about?
What he's talking about? You know what he's talking about. I just
no.
You are referring to City. They're signing City just go, which is the big money.
At the end of the day, he didn't even address the question. The question is, what is your opinion on Haaland's new contract?
That was his opinion.
His opinion. What has it got to do with Chelsea spending 1.2 billion?
And that's what I'm asking. So your issue is that he bringing him Chelsea.
The issue is that it's irrelevant.
Why is it relevant? We're talking about money. The signing is about money.
You're not talking about money. You are talking about
the signing. No. Dennis.
Wait, listen.
Dennis, you are not. You are no. Let's speak facts. Let's speak facts. Yeah, the fact is that we have signed and it's about money.
You'll be filled.
How?
You've been asked. What is your opinion about Haaland's contract? And the reason why it was asked. Wait. The only thing that is unbelievable about Haaland's contract is the tenure. It's 9.5 years, which is unprecedented.
And the money is not unbelievable.
It is. But the point is that.
So why do you think they asked him that question? Why do you think
because of the tenure? Everybody is surprised. That's the new issue on the board. But for him to go and bring United has spent money, Chelsea has spent money. What has that got to do? It's irrelevant.
No, you see,
it's totally irrelevant. Has Liverpool not spent money? How much did you buy Van Dijk for?
No, relax. You have been too emotional.
How much? No, to me, listen.
No, when it comes to Chelsea Chelsea, the amount of money Chelsea has spent.
You mentioned United too.
Yeah, but I'm saying that.
I think that it's totally irrelevant.
No, it's not.
Why is it not?
That is why I'm saying that, Dennis. I, as a Liverpool coach, have come and you're asking me questions. No, wait.
Lose talk.
You are saying that what the answers he gave was irrelevant. No, relax.
Okay.
Why you just take your time? Why are you on the edge?
Okay.
You are saying that the answers he gave was irrelevant.
Totally.
Now, me, Liverpool coach, you are asking me about a Man City signing. Wait, no.
Specifically.
No. You're asking about Man City. So what stops me from comparing
not a Man City signing?
No, you are asking me about Haaland
renewing.
Is he not a Man City player?
So why
can't we say that question is irrelevant to us as a Liverpool coach?
So you should have said it's irrelevant to me.
No. He's not supposed to say that.
Why?
It is an open. No. We are playing the EPL.
Yes.
We have different teams in the EPL.
Yes.
If you are asking me about signing that a player has done in a different team,
yes,
I have the opportunity, I have the leeway to compare it to other teams and say that
totally
that is not a big deal.
No.
That is not a big deal.
Irrelevant.
No,
because listen,
Dennis, you've asked me a question. That is not a big deal to me. He signed this with this particular amount of money. Chelsea has done it. Chelsea have done.
What has that got to do with it?
It has everything to do with the question.
Why?
Why is it? You're a journalist, you ask me a question. And I'm telling you that we've not spent that much, but we're on top of the table. Where's the lie? What lie did he speak? Because tell me the lie he made.
Okay, let's read exactly what he said. Okay.
No.
The quote says, we have, what does he say? We have, what did he say? We know how good we have to be competing in this league. Chelsea also spent 1.2 billion.
Why do you use the word also?
Wait.
Why did he use the word also?
Let me finish. Chelsea also spent 1.28 billion.
Yeah.
Man United has also spent a lot of money. But what frustrates me or annoys me is that we Liverpool are very happy.
Pull out the question of the journalist. Don't just bring his answer.
Yes,
pull out the
Wait. The question is
pull out the question of the journalist. You can't ask me. You can't ask me about a signing because it was linked to the reason for the question.
The question was, what do you think about Erling Haaland's new contract? What has Chelsea and United got to do with this?
No, what do I think about the contract? You know why they're asking about the contract?
Why?
Because of the tenor and the amount.
What has that got to do with Chelsea and United?
It is when you have a look, Dennis. When a coach sits down,
it's loose talk.
No, please let me land. Don't worry, that's your opinion, and it's fine. When a coach goes to a press conference,
yes,
and they're asking questions,
yes,
there's no limit to the question they're asking you. Please,
agreed.
They are talking about so, and that question. Let me tell you what's entailed in that question. That question entails the amount, No, let me land. Then don't just take your time. That question entails the amount of money involved in the signing. That question entails performance. It is football that we are talking about. We're not talking about just finance.
I'm listening.
So when you speak about that, and when you ask me a question, I'm going to answer. I will tell you that, okay, that's very interesting. They have signed this boy for this particular amount. That money is huge. We as Liverpool, we are still competing. We are at the top, regardless of all these signings that are going on. Regardless of all these monies, we are still on top. Why? Why can't I say that?
So why is he mentioning teams?
Why can't I compare? Those are the teams we are comparing with. Why you not saying who has come from Manchester?
That's what I'm saying. Who has come from Manchester?
Okay, so did he lie? Did he lie?
Listen, they are asking you.
No, but did the man lie?
Listen, they are asking you.
No.
Listen, it's simple.
I don't even think. Wait. I don't even think Man City fans are worried about this. I know why you Chelsea fans are worried about his answer.
It's not about worrying. It's about relevance.
It's very relevant.
Why now? How is it relevant?
It's very relevant.
Based on what?
Based on performance.
What performance? Listen, they say
if you sign, no. I'm telling you that.
Wait.
If you sign Ellen Haaland at that particular amount,
wait.
And he still doesn't win the league, it doesn't matter.
You said
if you spend 1.2 billion, you don't win the league. The money doesn't matter.
Wait. You said to me right now.
You know that doesn't matter.
You said to me right now that you like the fact that when I speak, I like to speak with facts.
Yeah, fact.
Good. Have Liverpool spent money on this squad or not?
But that's a very relevant question. How do you
spend
you
money?
Can't have a team without spending money.
So what does he mean? What is he talking about?
He means that good. So you've asked me a question.
What is he talking about?
So are you asking me a question? Do you want me to answer?
Yes.
So what he's talking about is that we've had several players, teams who have spent so much money. Yes, the Liverpool's on top. That's it.
How? That doesn't answer the question.
What answers the question?
He said we are happy that we're able to compete without spending that money. What are you talking about?
But when you are competing, what does it mean?
He said without spending that money. What are you talking about?
But we've not spent that amount of money. If you're talking about City, the question was on City.
So why is he mentioning Chelsea and
why are you worried about Chelsea? Listen, without spending that amount of money, we are competing.
No. Listen, let's agree to disagree. But to me, it's loose talk. It's totally loose talk.
No.
What has it got to do with
Dennis?
No, what has?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That. So your issue was that the comparison he brought Chelsea.
So
that makes it loose. That makes it loose.
And United.
No. Okay,
he got a very clear question.
Why? Why are you asking him? Why are you asking the question about the signing of
player? No, he had every right to say, I don't want to answer that question.
If he had every right to say he don't answer the question, he also had the same right to answer the question.
And I have my right to be offended that it is relevant.
No, it's not relevant.
It's totally relevant.
If they ask them out, look, do you know what's relevant? Let me tell you what's relevant.
I've had one of the most cunning communicators as a coach, which is Jose Mourinho. And I know when a coach speaks and is trying to put pressure on other people and try to deflect pressure from him. He's drawn his last 2 games and he's trying to deflect. What are you talking about? He's deflecting. He's drawn his last 2 games. He's drawn his last 2 games. He's trying to deflect the pressure on other people.
Only football fan I have met that you are speaking so ill about Slot. This
what am I
No.
I didn't
go back to the interview. What the interview? He was very candid with his opinion. What is this thing about loose talk? I understand.
Wait.
Do you know what loose talk is?
Loose talk. If you want to listen,
no, what is true?
No. Listen, what I'm telling you that I'm not attacking, but I said loose talk.
No, it is not loose talk.
If you say I'm the only person,
do you know what loose talk is?
If you say I'm the only person who is attacking Slot, I'm not talking about
you are saying
what
that
he said is what I'm attacking.
No, but I'm saying that, Dennis. You know what loose talk is?
Yes.
When you ask a question,
yes,
and I'm trying to let you know that the money is not a matter to me now.
Irrelevant.
Why is
they
irrelevant?
ask you a clear question. What do you think
so
about Haaland's contract?
No. If you say his answers,
nobody asked you whether you have spent money or not.
No.
What do you think about it? I think it's a long contract. Football is changing.
Why do you want him to say what you think? No. Why do you? Why you saying what you think?
No, certain questions require certain answers.
Dennis,
what he answered to me.
On what?
Listen to me. We can drag this as much as possible. I'm telling you that it's totally irrelevant.
No.
And I hope that the fans can also write their comments and let's see whether this issue is something that is just being blown out of proportion.
No, I mean, we've seen coaches say more
because it's part of their job.
Relevant stuff.
Yes, it's part of their job. And it's the same thing he's done here. So why are you denying?
No.
If you say coaches do it, why are you saying that Slot can do it?
When the coach does, you like you're saying,
yes,
you've had Mourinho as a coach for a very long time. We know what loose talk is.
And this is one of them.
This is not loose talk.
Listen,
then I can't come and sit at a press conference. You're asking me about a team signing, and when I give my answer, I tell him it's loose talk.
Just
say that. Do you know what I'm supposed to say? Then say that the journalist asked the loose question.
So he had every right.
So he demanded a loose talk.
No. He had every right to say, I'm not going to answer that.
And he had every right to also answer.
How many times have they asked about players of other teams, and they will tell you that this is a team for another, this players for another team, and I refuse not to comment. Coaches say it all the time,
but he chose not to say it. He chose not to answer.
So now you agree he didn't answer?
No, I'm saying he chose to answer.
And answered it wrongly, because to me he's deflecting.
To you, he's answered it wrongly.
He's deflecting.
No, to you, he's answered it wrongly.
He's saying that he's drawn his last 2 games, and he's deflecting.
But how can you be? I don't understand. This guy has played 5 games so far. His last 5 games, he's won. No, listen. The guy, the coach has played his last 5 games.
Let's agree to disagree.
No, let me tell you something. You see, when it comes to issues of team spending, you and I have sat here. Listen, even today, we've had a discussion on us now.
Yes,
one of your pointers was that you compared the amount of money they have spent as against their performance.
Yes,
right.
Yes.
Now, our coach was asked at the press conference.
Yes.
What do you think about Erling Haaland signing?
Good.
Right.
I like where you are going. Yes.
Then he's saying that. Now, listen. The question the journalist asked.
I know what it goes.
It is a full package.
Yes.
And he's saying that, you know what? Chelsea has spent this amount of money. Man U has spent this amount of money.
He should add Liverpool.
And even, no.
Liverpool hasn't spent money. If
the journalist asks that, the signing or the amount of money Man City have spent,
yes,
as compared to Liverpool.
Look at that.
No.
Look at that. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
No.
What are you talking about?
If you ask me a question and you say that,
listen.
And Slot, looking at the signing of Erling Haaland,
yes,
as compared to a signing that Liverpool has just made.
How did Chelsea come in there?
Let me land. No, let me land.
Okay.
No, if the journalist had asked that question, it would have been a close-ended question. It is narrowed down. Now you are asking me.
Wait,
the question is open.
What is more narrowed down and close-ended than mentioning a player's name?
No.
What is more narrow?
You are asking a question because of the amount of money.
No. You are inferring.
No,
he was very clear.
No.
The journalist think about Haaland's new contract?
The journalist is trying to say that Haaland has signed a new contract.
Yes.
Haaland is going to be paid so much.
Which never came in, yes.
Which never came in.
You are inferring all of this.
But you were just talking about Haaland signing has 2 fees to it.
Yes.
The tenor and the amount.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
So is it not close? And these are very direct.
Yeah, but I'm saying that even if they are paying Haaland 1 million a week,
very direct and
Liverpool is still competing regardless of spending that amount of money.
Liverpool hasn't spent money. All these 1.2 billion that you're talking about. Do you know how many players Chelsea has sold? Do you know how many players United has sold? No, the point is that it's irrelevant. Okay. He is not addressing the person.
Let me answer this. Let me say this. Okay, let me agree with you. It's irrelevant.
Totally.
Okay, wait. Let's relax. Was it true?
Which one?
What you are saying is irrelevant. Yes. Something being irrelevant doesn't make it untrue. You know that.
But is it relevant?
No, I'm saying that. Whatever he said, was it true or not?
It's true, but not relevant to what he was asked.
That's it.
True, but not relevant.
Anyway, let's move on to one last thing I want to ask. I want us to discuss, and I'll just merge the two.
Okay.
We've had a number of games played, and people kept on saying, "Oh, it's still early days yet."
Yeah.
Oh, it's early days yet. Do you think that Liverpool is in a position to pick up the EPL trophy?
I think it's in your hands to lose it. And there is no one who will say you won it. You stand a chance, but there's still a lot of work to do. And like I said earlier, if you don't fix these contract issues, it may turn the dressing room against you. Because even if you add your game in hand, 7 points is nothing. And you are competing on different fronts. Injuries could come in. These players who are now not happy can cause all kind of. So it's still your hands to lose. So yes, you can win it, but you can lose it as well. Okay. It depends on the teams behind you and what they do.
It depends on the
teams behind you and what they do.
Okay. Well, I strongly believe that. I mean, I agree with you. It's in our hands to lose.
Yeah.
But I see the team chemistry, the passion in camp right now, regardless of all the things that are going on.
Yeah.
And
it's not showing in the results.
But what's wrong with the results?
That's 2 draws. That's not you. You win comfortably. Is that what you said? You win. So
we played 5 games. The last 5 games.
Yeah.
We won 3 and we drew 2.
Listen. You see, this is what
I don't understand.
What I'm telling you is that if a team is winning and they draw 2 games, is it a drop of form or not?
No, it's not a drop of form.
It's not a drop of form.
No.
It's what?
How can you be playing games, you draw 2 games and it's a drop of form? It's not a drop of form.
It's what?
It's nothing. It's part of the game. You draw. If you lose games, then you can say a drop of form.
Leave it there. To me, it's a drop of form.
So you expect teams to win all their games?
I don't expect him, but it's a team that is trying to win a
No,
league.
wait.
A team trying to win a league and trying to run away with it. What do you prefer? Would you have preferred to win or draw?
Then there's no. What you're asking right now is a different question. I'm saying that.
No, would you have preferred to win or draw?
Every team wants to win.
Exactly.
So teams always battle against losing games. Dennis, I'm saying that. Let's be realistic.
We are being realistic here.
You can't play a whole season and win all your games.
Is that possible? Saying you should.
So if you draw in a game, you are not draw form. How?
Draw form.
No.
It's
nothing.
Okay.
You not draw form.
You're a Liverpool fan. That's why you say that.
Dennis.
Let's
see
how it goes. Because to me, like I said, if you had won these 2 games with Arsenal drawing and dropping points, you would have been at least.
But
how many
you
points?
And I know it's EPL. No game is guaranteed. So if you go and you draw,
you ask me a question whether you can win,
and
I'm telling you that you shouldn't have dropped those games. Draw those games. That's what I'm saying.
We shouldn't have.
You shouldn't have.
Okay, we'll win the rest of the games. we'll win the rest of our games for you.
Yeah,
but me, I you see, if you watch the English Premiership for a very long time, there's no game that you go into that's a guaranteed win.
But ideally, you prefer to win all games so that those behind you don't catch up.
Everybody goes into a game to win.
So which means that tomorrow if you lose, it's okay because it's part of the game.
If we lose, it is not okay. Losing and drawing are 2 different things. Why are you trying to compare
it? It's 2 different things. Having to drop points. It's still dropping points. What are you talking about? You still drop points. Wouldn't you have wanted this is 6 points. You got how many out of it? 2.